in the House.
Also coming up tonight, Fresek Prempeh College Ketasco face-off in top national science and math quiz in keenly contested rounds as social media becomes the platform of choice for praise and trolls. We have the full details.
Also this evening, conveners of the Fix the Country movement lay siege at the entrance of Parliament after being refused to present a petition to the leadership of the legislature by the police.
In business news tonight, anticipated buys at shopping mall stores and online shops underwhelming on Black Friday as shoppers fail to live up to the hype. We'll bring you more.
Also on the foreign front tonight, EU nations join the UK to impose an emergency flight ban on countries where a new coronavirus variant has been found, as Belgium confirms a case. We're live on 2-3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. And it's been a day of debate. We end the 2022 budget debate in Parliament. The majority and the minority are having the heated exchanges as they face off in the final debate preceding the scheduled approval of the 2022 fiscal policy document by government. That's the 2022 budget. The minority leader, Haruna Iddrisu, mounted a fierce rejection of the budget, calling for a united front of his caucus, whilst the majority leader also dispelled arguments from the minority side. This is what ensued on the floor of Parliament.
This don't tax Momo, punishing the same known taxpayers yet again who use mobile money. It is a blanket tax on everything electronic, from taxing a person who has already paid tax on his income for moving that same money from one account to the other when there is no spending except bank charges to pay for credit. What has happened to CST? So, Mr. Speaker, we on this side, Mr. Speaker, as I told you yesterday, I intend to invoke Article 104 of the Constitution. We want to stand united, collectively, that we are against the introduction of e-levy on electronic payments and electronic transactions. And we will not support this budget if that is not withdrawn for revision and for further discussion with stakeholders. We will not. Mr. Speaker, we must be assured that the people of Keta will suffer the tidal waves. Ketu South and many other areas will be accounted for in the budget of the Ministry of Works and Housing. Mr. Speaker, on this note, I can only thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the motion and to urge my side to stand united collectively in rejecting this budget. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, so earlier, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, walked into Parliament with a majority side not present. In fact, the majority side of Parliament was empty. Eventually, they came in, and then also, as we speak, we understand that there's been another development in Parliament with respect to some members of Parliament walking out. My colleague, Komla Krunche, who is a man in Parliament, is joining us on Zoom now to tell us what's happening. Komla, good evening to you. I see what's happening on the floor there. Tell us what the activity has been over the period and the empty seats that we see there. What's going on?
Yes, Alfred, you can see the empty seats from the majority side in the background over there. This is what transpired when the Speaker put the question and called for the voice votes. The majority shouted in their numbers and said, yeah. And then again, he put those against it. The minority equally said that no. Then the speaker, in his discretion, said he felt that the minority had it, and so the deputy majority leader, Alexander Penyumakis, rose on his feet to one of the orders and indicated that there was division, and that if there's division, the speaker would have to go to a special procedure where the members of the House would have to go through the speaker's lobby, or where a certain demarcation for them to be counted. In fact, when that happened, normally ministers of state normally take part in the proceedings of the House, but then they do not take part in the voting of the House. This is something that is the practice for all of them. But the minority insisted that the Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, and then his deputy, his Minister of State responsible for finance, Charles Edo-Bohin, should vacate the chamber, which the Speaker agreed to and said it is contained in his directive. But the majority said they didn't see how the presence of them was going to affect the voting of the House, and so therefore they should stay. There was nothing wrong with that. Well, the minority insisted, and the Speaker said yes, the minority was right, and that his directive included them to walk out of the House. Then the majority said that, well, if they will have to walk out of the House, then the General Secretary of the NDC, which is Johnson Asiedu Nketia, who is also a board member of the Parliament, or the legislature, should also walk out. But he was not in the chamber itself, he was at the public gallery. This was what brought about the confusion, and the majority said they were not going to listen to it and that they were walking out. In fact, when they walked out, the minority was quiet. The Speaker observed it. Then the Speaker said he was going to suspend the House for some 5 minutes. There was some disagreement from the minority side, who said, well, the majority side was not prepared to have the budget approved. So if they walk out, it should be a smooth way for them. But then the Speaker said he was suspending the House for 5 minutes. It's been close to about 15 minutes now. The Speaker has suspended the House. He has not returned yet. The majority has walked out of it. They just held a press conference. They feel that the Speaker has not been fair to them. They are drumming home their demand of unfairness on the part of the Speaker. But as we speak now, the minority members are still here waiting for the Speaker to come. The side of the majority remains very vacant, and they are not here. So if the Speaker should come back, then the question may be put. If the Speaker puts the question for the budget to be approved or otherwise, then the decision of the House, either with or without the majority, would determine how the House is going to go. Alfred.
Pretty interesting and very comprehensive detail, Komla, you give there. But earlier, when the Speaker came in, the majority was also absent. Can you tell us why at that time they were not present in Parliament when the Speaker walked in earlier?
I am unable to hear you, but if you're asking about the delay from the onset, okay, Alfred. So the Speaker is just walking in, breaking in. The Speaker is just walking in now. I'm going to have to lower my voice a little bit. The Speaker is walking in, and if the Speaker walks in now, then the proceedings is going to continue. But if you were talking about the lateness, the Speaker said they had not been informed by the majority of their caucus meeting, even though Frank Anodompre, the chief whip of the majority, had stated in a press conference that he had informed the Speaker about the caucus meeting, which made the House delay for almost about four hours. Now it's almost 7:15. The House has not taken a decision on the budget yet. As we speak, members of the minority who had taken a little break also going to the coffee center are returning to the House, and the Speaker is walking into the chamber pretty shortly for business of the House to continue. The minority is insisting that the the Speaker must continue, because the precedence is that if one side of the House walks out of the House, business of the House does not come to a halt, and that they believe that the Speaker must continue for the House to take a decision on what or why they are here, which is primarily to approve government's 2022 fiscal policy document. Alfred.
Kamala, thank you. Thank you so much for that comprehensive detail. Kamala Kluche is a parliamentary correspondent. He's going to be in Parliament all through to the end of proceedings today. And as expected, this 2022 budget debate in Parliament sort of led to these developments. Stay with us in a subsequent bulletins. We'll bring you some more details. Portia. Yeah.
Well, earlier in Parliament today, conveners of the Fix the Country movement, after being refused to present a petition to leadership of the House by the police, continue to lay siege at the entrance of the legislature. According to them, they had an early agreement with the IGP allowing them entry if they were less than 500 in number, and even though the protesters were less than 200, the police refused them entry.
It was a demonstration that many have described as unsuccessful due to the number of protesters that showed up. The protesters, numbering a little over 100, poured onto the streets to demand the non-approval of the 2022 budget. The protesters re-echoed the need for governance to be more structured, empathetic, and more responsible to the ordinary Ghanaian. Their aim was to get access to Parliament House to present their petition, but were disappointed as the police refused them entry. But the conveners insisted that was not the agreement.
We can't drive all the way from Obuasi to Accra, and then we will get here and you guys will tell us, say, you want only 10 people to go. We had a meeting with the IGP, and the IGP says, say, you drew 500, we are allowed to enter. At then after you drew her, not 200 and you drew 200, and you then inside.
What do they think they are doing wrong? That gives them the impression that we will go there and handle. All we want is for them not to, pass this budget. They should consider that e-levy. What you say?
Later, leadership of Parliament House came out to meet the conveners to agree on just 10 people entering the House, but that wasn't successful.
The youth of Ghana, do not be afraid. The NDC is proving itself to be either a useless opposition or a compromise opposition. Every bad agreement that this government has brought to them, they have passed. Every bad nomination that this government has brought to them, they have passed. They are about to pass a bad budget, and that is why we are here to stop them.
How do you intend to stop the budget in Parliament?
You stop the budget by making your voices heard. One of the most important things we need to be able to respect in this country is that the rule of law must always, those who are in positions of power must be held to account. If for 2 weeks we negotiate with the police administration and they give us their word that they are allowing 500 people to access the parliamentary grounds, and we get here, and the police telling you that no, we are reneging on without an agreement, who is acting lawlessly?
At the moment, the conveners of the Fix the Country movement vowed never to leave the entrance of Parliament House until they were given access. Joseph Armstrong, good on TV3.
Boss, why in the meeting? Boss, why in the...
Away from Parliament, let's go to the Ashanti region where Presec Prempeh College Ketasco are facing off in the top national science and math quiz in a keenly contested round as social media has become the platform of choice for praise and trolls. Let's now cross over live to the venue where Ibrahim Abubakar is standing by. Ibrahim, thanks for your time. Can you update us on the current happenings in the competition? Ibrahim Abubakar will shortly join us, and Ketasco Prempeh College as well as Presec facing off in a stiff competition in the National Maths and Science Quiz, and all supporters are holding their breath to see which school will emerge winner in the competition. Shortly, Ibrahim Abubakar will join us to update us on happenings. Ibrahim, well, having challenges going through to the Ashanti region, but we will shortly join Ibrahim Abubakar. But In other news, security has been beefed up as the 14-hour curfew imposition on Bawku enters day 3. Already, the Bawku Divisional Commander Chief Superintendent Alexander Amenya has assured residents of maximum security as calm is restored in the area.
Entire Bawku municipality has been saturated with security checkpoints following the imposition of a 14-hour curfew. The Upper East Regional Police Command has deployed more personnel to beef up security in the area. These checkpoints, special duty operations, are being monitored closely day and night by both the Bawku Divisional and Upper East Regional Police Commanders. The checkpoints and patrols are to ease tension and ensure the rest protection. The Bawku highways, Sagabo, Mogonori, Sabongari are among areas with the most checkpoints. The Bawku Divisional Police Commander Chief Superintendent Alexander Amenya led a Thursday night inspection tour of various checkpoints.
We are determined to maintain the peace in Bawku. The populace, we will tell them to exercise restraint. All that we are doing is to maintain the peace in the area, for them to go about their daily activities peacefully. At the time when the curfew is not in place, it's from 4 p.m. to 6 a.m. But after 6 a.m., everybody is free to go about his or her duty without any fear of fever.
Meanwhile, there was relative calm within the municipality Friday after the reported gunshots on Thursday. Residents have meanwhile continued to appeal for a review in the curfew period from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Well, residents of Damango are reacting to the shortage of vaccines announced by Savannah Regional Health Director. The shortage of yellow fever vaccines reported by the Savannah Regional Director of Health Service, Dr. Crisantos Kobio, has been met with reactions from a cross-section of the residents in the West Gonja municipality, where some 13 lives have so far been lost to yellow fever. Our Savannah Regional correspondent, Christopher Bawku, visited the Canteen electoral area, one of the hardest hit communities, and comes through with this report.
The Savannah Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Crisantos Kobio, yesterday at a press briefing indicated that there is a shortage of the yellow fever vaccines. Now, this has triggered some reactions from residents within the hard-hit communities in the West Gonja municipality. So currently, we are the Canteen electoral area, which is one of the areas that were hard hit by the virus. Now, I have with me here the assemblyman for the Canteen electoral area, Honorable Anapansa, and I'm going to engage him to tell us what he makes of the announcement of shortage of the vaccines by the Director of Health Service. So, what do you make of this statement from the Regional Director of Health?
In fact, any life loss may never, not be, can never be replaced. And so, for us as a people, we are sad, and we think it will go a long way to even cause more deaths. When you look at the Canteen area, we are largely inhabited by the Fulani community, where from the news that we picked, this particular virus is emanated from. And so even as at the time the initial vaccination was ongoing, I got a whole lot of complaints from the Fulani communities, from some of our satellite communities, of lack of access to the vaccine. And so to say that it is not there at all.
In more news tonight, there are traps that lie patiently ahead, awaiting in ambush for those who have little or no knowledge about their presence. In the following report, Job Laboja tells a story of how some broken culvert at Osu in the Korle-Klottey municipality is impacting negatively on motorists, thereby affecting their daily movements.
What seems to be an old but classic and popular street in Accra is now becoming a death trap for commuters. Beneath the outwardly vibrant and classic Osu-Oxford Street and some of its adjoining roads lie within it what many will call silent killers.
This one, that one, the other one, and this one. And there is another one too behind the Senate Hospital. There is another big hole through there. You see, always when the car passes, it fell inside the gutter.
These are just four of
the many broken culverts around this area, specifically Osu, Oxford Street. And this is one of them. We are told that these are being removed by scrap dealers. But you could see this half-broken one is still here, and this is a metallic one, of course.
Isaac Chenibua, an online commercial driver, attributed the situation to resurfacing roadworks being carried out.
Using this side, especially in the night, the vision sometimes is very bad, you know, even especially when it rains, you know, the fog and everything. How can you construct a road and you just leave the gutters and some parts of the road uncovered? It's very bad.
As captured in the 2022 budget statement on roads and highways since 2017, about 1,445 kilometers of asphalt overlay works have been completed, with 243 kilometers of such roads done in 2021 by government through the Department of Urban Roads.
In our municipality, we have a lot of scrap dealers from our municipality and also from the Agbogboshi area that have been removing some of these things and been selling them. Recently too, we've done a lot of research. So what we have noticed is that when you get to where the covers or the metal gratings are, the surface of the road has lifted a bit above. So it is something that we are aware of and we are trying to address. We've made provision for that.
With scrap dealers having been identified as contributors to the problem, how is city authorities keeping them in check? What
happens is that the way it's been designed, you have to lift most of them to clean the place. One of the things we are having to do now is to have something like inches so you can open it up and clean. So the whole structure of the metal gratings in particular will be fixed into the concrete so that we don't have a situation where we
are taken to change the current narrative. Job Kabnala Boja, TV3 News, Osu.
Well, despite numerous initiatives put in place to address sanitation challenges, Ghana is likely to miss its target in making Accra work again, thereby...
It's an essential public service which can potentially have serious impact on public health and environmental quality in any human settlement. Despite global calls to help keep the environment devoid of any form of pollution, Ghana is yet to meet targets. It is virtually impossible for one to walk through town without being greeted by either a heap of waste or a choked gutter. Plastic waste continues to dot along sections of the beaches. Jamestown is one of such places.
People indiscriminately dump rubbish into the gutters, so when it rains, it all flows into the sea, and the sea brings it out to this area. That's why you see rubbish all around here.
The likes of Tema Station, Kwame Nkrumah Circle, and the other river, despite
makes the fish stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids, happy smile.
See how oily I am? It will take forever to clean this.
Take it easy, Pan. Your days of endless scrubbing are over. Madame just bought Sunlight Dishwash Liquid.
What do you know about a Pan's life?
This advanced formulation has real lemon juice that will cut through all those stains fast in just one wipe.
Wow, that was fast.
See how easy it is to remove oil in one wipe? New Sunlight Dishwash Liquid removes oil stains in just one wipe.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We were totally crushed when our child was diagnosed with cancer.
we knew we just couldn't afford the treatment. And then you came to our rescue through the Camel antiseptic liquid because we care initiative.
Join us again to fight childhood cancer. All you have to do is to buy Camel antiseptic liquid, and we will use 10 pesos to support the Because We Care initiative to help a child with cancer. Give 10 pesos, give hope. This advert is FDA approved.
Glovo is the app that brings you anything you want. Like some crispy chicken and ending the day in a big way. Or what you need from the supermarket right away. Even some diapers and escape any wahala. Download the app, order a Glovo and we'll deliver.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleansoft. Use new Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful.
Cleansoft, my favorite.
Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
I see a safer future. I see how every citizen can have access to basic health care. Others may see a healthcare entrepreneur, but I see myself as Ghana's frontline, keeping the nation safe. I am Rosalind Ahem, owner of My Dream Plus Limited.
Guys, so it's day 3 of eating well with fun.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Cheat day?
Just try Nutri Snacks. It's like cheat day every day, the tasty way.
Made with wheat, oats, and delicious goodness. Nutri Snacks Oats Digestive Biscuits. Tasty goodness. This advertisement is FDA approved.
By MTN, Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil, Universal Merchant Bank.
Lufat.
Welcome back. Let's get into business now. And shopping mall stores and online stores have also been buzzing in anticipation of Black Friday sales. And obviously, today is a day. Businesses have also been offering discounts between 20 and 80% on selected items. Nanekia Mensa Brampa combed through some shops and reports the enthusiasm for expected shopping activities was missing.
So I just had to borrow his bell because the much anticipated Black Friday is happening. It started from Monday and today is the big Black Friday happening online and in various shops across the country. We are looking at between 20% to 80%. That is what the shoppers say they're offering. Let's see who is hunting for what and who is buying what. It's Black Friday. Let's go and see what is happening in there.
One could count some heads in some shops. Others were also flooded with customers. Like the doorbusters and long queues witnessed in the Western world, these are non-existent in Ghana. However, some shop owners say the mood and sales have seen some improvement.
Today we started well. It's a good day, and I'm sure people will be coming more. It will be very busy. Comparing to last year, you know, with the COVID, it wasn't that good, but this year it's looking good.
All the things here are 80% discounts. You can get as low as even 7 cedis on an item, but the rest of the perfumes, they've all been reduced to 20, 40, 30, 50%. One of the perfumes I like is Utach. It used to be 184, but today it's around 150.
There is a lot of action also online this Black Friday, with lots of discounts on display on the various social media platforms. Some shop owners attribute the reduction in physical numbers to online sales, which has gained a lot of popularity shoppers are also hunting for cool deals.
They are cool because on a normal day I wouldn't come here to come and shop. 15 cedis off, so like take 2 for 46. Yeah, so 15 cedis off. Yeah, so on a normal day it will be like higher prices. So I get to save 15 cedis like on 2 shirts.
I realize that it's not so much, 20%, 30%. I mean, it isn't really so much, and so it's okay, it's fine.
But it seems as early as November, the Black Friday is working, and people are really trooping in. I don't know if people are no more going to work, but actually, I am from school and I decided to pass through.
Besides the 20 to 80% discount, you get to spin and win here a free shopping voucher. You can come through. It's running from now till Sunday. And the Christmas festivities is also on. Some more discounts right here. Nana Ekuya Mensa Brampa, TV3.
Well, we'll see how the day ends. Just some few hours away. But President Kufuor has encouraged the private sector and businesses in the country to take advantage of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area initiative, expand and improve on their businesses. The president was speaking at the commissioning of a $13 million Kajil Ghana cocoa processing facility at the Tema Free Zones Enclave.
The $13 million expansion facility is expected to see the cocoa grinding capability of the company's processing plant increase by 20% to match growing consumer demand for powder.
Today, if it had not been made possible by our employees in Ghana. First, by taking ownership and running this plant as if it was their own, delivering consistently high quality cocoa products to the customers around the world. In executing this project, delivering on time, within cost, and with the right capacity increase, and that despite a number of challenges that we faced, not in the least COVID.
President Kufuor urged businesses to take advantage of the business-friendly climate in the country to invest and improve their businesses.
That my government is providing a conducive environment to help the private sector engage in production and value addition activities. I'm glad that we have been able to increase the export of processed cocoa by some 31% between 2016 and 2019. It is important to indicate that although the degree of value addition to our cocoa has increased in the past 4 years, I believe there's still room for improvement.
The plant's grind capability is expected to bolster annual production capacity to 90,000 tons, while the facility upgrades also support hundreds of new direct and indirect jobs.
From that, Tessa Capital Limited, an asset management company in Ghana, has launched the Tessa Future Plan, Tessa Treasury and the Tessa mobile app to enhance investments in the country. The services are to augment their customer investment approach and also give clients an opportunity to have full access and control over the investment packages.
The Tessa Future Fund is a non-fixed balance mutual fund that seeks to preserve and enhance stakeholders' wealth to meet medium to long-term goals. Tessa Treasury Trust is an open-ended money market unit which invests primarily in securities, including treasury bills, notes and bonds, or treasury-backed securities. The Tessa mobile app will enable investors to have a real view of their investment in real time, with all transactions made free from charges. Managing Director for Tessa Capital, Eugenia Bashir, noted the step is to create a platform for the market regardless of status and to restructure the investment space.
Today marks another step forward in Tessa Capital's quest to making investing and the investment process easy and accessible to everyone. Investing should not be the preserve of a few affluent people. Collective investment schemes are a key tool to achieving this. Collective investment schemes allow anyone to take advantage of scale, to benefit from diversification of securities and expert fund management services.
Director General for Securities and Exchange Commission, Reverend Daniel Ugbami Tete, encouraged intense operation by regulators in the market to ensure the same transactions.
We have to make sure that we have regulations in place that would guide the operation of various players within the sector, because it's a regulated sector. So we come up with regulations. For instance, we have recently come up with investment guidelines. Our responsibility to be sure that there's compliance, and I can put it on record that we are very determined to ensure compliance of the various regulations that we have.
Tessa Capital was incorporated 11 years ago to provide fund management services to pension trustees, financial and non-financial institutions, corporates and individuals.
Well, that's it for the business news. Remember, there's more business news on 3news.com. We have updates on the National Science and Maths Quiz taking place in Kumasi, Kenya, specifically. Prempeh College has won the 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz. That's what you see right there. Prempeh College crowned winners of the 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz. That's the news coming in. We'll be back shortly after this quick break with some more on this one.
In a world where you can be anything, who will you become? When you can go anywhere and never be alone, how far will you go? When your voice can reach every ear in the world, who will you inspire? When your money can travel faster and further, who will it reach? When you can tell a story in every language, which one will you tell? When you don't need permission to turn your dreams into reality, you go for it. Whatever it is, wherever it is, go. And when you think you've reached your limit, we'll keep you going. Let's go.
UMB was established in 1970 for the corporate and private sector in Ghana. From our very beginning, as the only Ghanaian bank serving all categories of businesses, we set a standard for excellence and innovation over the past 45 years. We've built a financially healthy and strong bank, demonstrated our commitment to our customers and to growing businesses, and exhibited originality and innovation at every turn. At UMB, our focus is built around people, service, products and technology. These are the key to our present success and our future triumphs. At UMB, we're poised to make a difference not only with our customers, but also in the banking industry. We invite you to share in our future. Our future starts now with you.
Pepsodent Nature Essentials, charcoal and lemon essence restores natural white teeth. Herbal extract for strong teeth and healthy gums. Toothpaste that protects you and your family, because every smile matters.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
Injeja woman malaria enka won to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a two malaria sententem.
FDA, I shall say, a in Cratway, I just say,
Day by Day existing lotion, cream, soap, and more. Day by Day has 4 fragrance range.
Debbie sister, want to mend your sister?
I was say we nya kokodro won hyehyeye bia obeyeho. Impo se nipa nyina na onya adwe. Emum ade baako a wonyina agitum ne waduane no adedede ni ni hwam papa bia awon dro wom.
Any fe and paste na pi. Na yede fiber and vitamins aka wonti. Tasty Tom and Rich Tomato Mix mebusuani nyina aduane a ede. Esanso ma hodin.
Tasty Tom and Rich Tomato Mix. Strength comes from within.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Should you rumor to me?
Tonton master, ebe ye juma na mo. Kwese o madahati. Roma insecticide spray ada Roma. Interfere, entatia, make it ha. No way.
Shemekuno. Tonton bako crown panel.
Eno so a empusi. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. Emma wo there we sham.
Roma,
Roma and Tonton Master.
Well, welcome back to News 360. As we've been talking about, you see right there behind us, we have a winner. So, Prempeh College have been crowned winners of the 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz. This is their 5th win.
With their mantra to glorify the Lord.
Glorify.
Yes, glorify with the 5 in there. And Kumasi, the color in Kumasi right now is the color green.
Green. Yeah. So they painted Kumasi green out.
Yeah, green is the color.
So Presec was hoping to have a 11 God.
11 God.
And Prempeh was what? 5.
To glorify.
To glorify.
The 5 meaning 5.
Well, in the end, Prempeh College won with 53 points. And Presbyterian Boys, Presec, 49. And Keta Senior High Technical School ended with 30 points as well. It's been a very, very interesting, engaging, keenly contested.
And I think they've indeed whipped up STEM education in the country. True. Kudos to all of them.
True.
They did so well.
And it's been a very consistent one indeed. And beyond this, I mean, we still say congratulations to all 3 schools, especially Keta Senior High Technical School. Well, some more news on this.
Sports news with Tyrian.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Kel Kids Toothpaste,
Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
All right, so it's time for us to bring you the latest in the world of sports here on News 360 with me, Thierry Nyan. And we will be starting with CAF because the Confederation of African Football's General Assembly in Cairo has ratified its support for FIFA's proposal of a World Cup every 2 years. Now, the African body has voted to support FIFA's plans for a biennial World Cup at the CAF General Assembly held in Cairo on Friday.
Welcomes the FIFA Congress decision to conduct a feasibility study on having men's and women's World Cup every 2 years. 2. If the FIFA study concludes that it is feasible, CAF will fully support hosting the men's and women's World Cup every 2 years. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Can those who are in support of this resolution raise your green cards, please? Thank you so much. I see wonderful green cards. Can those who are against it raise your red card? Thank you. No red card. Anybody who abstains, a yellow card? Thank you so much. I asked the scrutineers, I imagine that they've been monitoring the process, but the resolution has been adopted unanimously. Can we clap hands, please? Thanks.
All right, so that's what happened in Cairo earlier today. Now in the Ghana Premier League, Aduana Stars have produced a second win of the season of this particular 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League season after beating Legon Cities by 1-0. Yaya Mohammed, a veteran, striker there, getting the only goal of the game. So it ended 1-0, and that makes it a second successive victory for Aduana Stars after they beat RTU in the previous match day. But remember, Hearts of Oak would not play their game against Brekum Chelsea because of their assignment in the CAF Confederations Cup. Remember, they play against Algerian side, Sora. But on Saturday, there's Wafa against Great Olympics. On Sunday, there are even more games, 6 to look out for. Bichim United will be playing against Dreams FC. Kerala United will be in Yinase against Asante Kotoko. Elmina Sharks also traveling to 11 Wonders. King Faisal against Mediama Sporting Club. Bibiani Gold Stars against Accra Lions. And then RTU also in Tamale against Ashanti Gold. On that note, we're bringing an end to the sports here on News 360 with me, Theo Nyan. Portia Gabo has more.
Let's cross over to the Ashanti region and Kala over there as students and supporters have thronged the streets to support Prempeh College. Let's now cross over to the Ashanti region. William Evan Sinkum is standing by. Hello, William. Evans. You can hardly hear me, but that's the situation over the live coverage, I think, from Prempeh College, and students have gathered onto the streets in front of their school to celebrate Prempeh College as they hosted and won the National Science and Math Quiz for the 5th time. Congratulations to Prempeh College. We have more coming up shortly. Do stay with us.
My name is Kanita Abdurrahman and I'm coming from Tema Community 25 and I won 10,000 Ghana cedis and I'm so excited about that. I'm going to invest it into my business.
Nachi 5,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000. I'm a do 5,000 Ghana cedis. I won 2,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh, Ngwini, come here, me.
I'm a proud winner of a 1,000 Ghana cedi in the ongoing Airtel Tigo Tugumiso promo.
Tugumiso.
Airtel Tigo. Life is simple.
I still receive salary alerts because I made the best decision to invest a lump sum into the retirement salary.
Invest a lump sum today in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life, funeral cover, and the option of signing on with a spouse. Please call Old Mutual today, 050-453-4333. Me feel ahotonkwa. Old Mutual, 176 years of doing great things.
This is for the boys with passion for the game. This for the I go pay tomorrow fan. This is the money no be problem fan. And this is the we go score you tomorrow fan. Enjoy your game today with Bet of Africa, an online sport betting experience that gives you the chance to turn your game and play predictions to win. Bet of Africa day everywhere. Your corner, your ring, your center circle, your goalpost, your pocket.
See, you gotta have a smile, no matter what it takes. Then you gotta take perk down, love the way it tastes. Feel the perky buzz from your toes to your face. You gotta take perk down, perky it today. Say oh, 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 oh. You
perk up anywhere, even at home, with the rich milky taste of Peck biscuits. This advert is FDA approved.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Introducing new Sunlight 2-in-1. It gives burst, after burst, after burst of long-lasting freshness. New Sunlight 2-in-1 for burst after burst of long-lasting freshness.
Glovo is the app that brings you anything you want. Like some crispy chicken and ending the day in a big way. Or what you need from the supermarket right away. Even some diapers and escape any wahala. Download the app, order a Glovo and we'll deliver.
Bronya is coming. Who is your Santa? Bronya is coming. Why is your Santa? Your friends are getting money. You are so broke. Ekoso, for the phone. Ekoso, for the phone. Your friends are getting data. Don't you wait.
This festive season with the Vodafone Air Kosu promo. Claim your share of 2 million Ghana cedis worth of prizes in cash, airtime, and data whenever you recharge. And red coins after every top up. And dial *533# or go to my Vodafone app to redeem your reward. No draws, no sign up. Oh, be a winner. Terms and conditions apply. Vodafone my Santa Edgy Joe Koso.
And to some breaking news just coming in, this 8th Parliament of this country never stops giving us unprecedented events. And rightly so, the 2022 budget has been rejected. And this was without the majority in Parliament. Let's cross over to Parliament now. My colleague Komla Kloche was sitting through Parliament from day one that this debate started all to today. Is joining us on Zoom. Komla, this is indeed unprecedented in this 8th Parliament that never stops giving us, isn't it?
Roland.
Komla, this is Alfred. Can you hear me? Unfortunately, Komla Kloche will connect with him and we'll get the updates of what's happening in Parliament as we speak. But the news is that the 2022 budget presented by the Finance Minister last week Wednesday, has been rejected. And this was after the debate which started this week, as a matter of fact, ended today. Today has been with a number of events happening on the floor of Parliament. In fact, the Speaker walked in, Alban Sumana for Bagbing walked in without the majority present. When proceedings started, the majority walked out, as you heard my colleague Komla Kloche talk about earlier. And now, as we speak, the breaking news is that this 2022 budget has been rejected. Komla, if you can hear me, what's happening now in Parliament?
Okay, as I speak with you, Alfred, the House has taken a firm decision. 137 members on the NDC minority side have rejected the budget. This stemmed after the majority side walked out of the House. The Speaker subsequently suspended sitting for 5 minutes. He returned. The majority members did not come back. Speaker had no alternative than to put the question. But in putting the question, he said it to be on record. So they had to go count. When the head count, when he put the question, and then the head count was conducted, 136 of the minority and then Speaker had to take the decision that the House indeed had rejected the budget. In fact, the Speaker went on to say that this is the very that this has happened, and well, going forward, he is suspecting that there will be cooperation from both sides. Speaker did indicate also that when he assumed speakership, he said he was not going to be speaker for just one side, but will do everything in his power not to stifle the business of government. He also expected that in as much as he is doing that from his side, he really expected that the government would also reciprocate the same collaboration with him. But unfortunately, from his words, he did not get that. And he is hoping that going forward, that would happen. So as we speak to you, the budget of the 2022 government fiscal policy document has been rejected by the House, which comprises 137 members of the minority, without a single member of the majority, Alfred.
And do you have an idea of where the majority members of the House are as we speak, after they walked out and then this decision that has been taken?
After they walked out, they did address a press conference where Majority Leader Chairman Sabonso said the Speaker, they have, quote unquote, they have tolerated the Speaker for long. Going forward, they are not going to just allow him to do things anyhow. They feel that the Speaker has been very much unfair to them and that they are not going to take it any longer. Well, they did not take to whether they will come back to the House or not. But as we speak now, the House rejected the document. It means that motion which the Minister of Finance moved with respect to the 2022 fiscal policy, that motion is no longer before the House. It's been rejected, and as the House has been suspended or has been adjourned, if I have to use that, the House has been adjourned till Tuesday 10 in the forenoon. We then will see what is going to be the way forward. If it's been rejected, it means that the details to which it has been rejected has either corrected or maybe a entirely new budget may have to come back to the House then.
Some comprehensive detail there, Kamla. Thank you so much. Now we know what the aftermath of this decision will be in the coming days as expected. Is either the details that created that disagreement is corrected, Portia, or a new budget entirely delayed. And that's what the coming days will look like in Parliament.
Updated on the latest development. And that's it for News 360. Thank you so much for your time. I am Portia.
I am Alfred Okansi. Good evening.